This is Today is Your Day with Idika Imeri and Idika Imeri Ministry is our main show for our mission. All right, so that should tell you, the name of our show should tell you straightforwardly what this is all about. Today is your day for you to have a major inroad, major event happening to you financially, major event happening to you for your health, major event happening to you for your money, major promotions, the cutting away of hurts, bad thing that has been happening to you. Today is that day that it will stop. The day for you to begin to have uncommon debt cancellation. What I'm talking to you is not a gimmick or a sales tactics or a business way to lure you into following us. Is because many people around the world have experimented with what I'm doing and it is working for them. I was looking at the comments on some of the comments that were made within the last 24 hours concerning some of our broadcasts. Somebody said within 48 hours of the person going to our broadcasts and praying with job seekers video, that person got a job. If you click that video, it's an old video that I made when I started, when I didn't have nothing. You see me dress up in one casual outfit. And I say to the Holy Spirit, okay, I'm going to stand before the TV and do it. The picture quality is so bad. But yet, that one single video has given more people jobs than all those advertising, than jobs agencies out there. Go and just see what people, there are people who prayed within 1 hour, they got a job. Is that my anointing? I think so. I give people major jobs.
That was my first introduction to the movie.
There you go. Look at my son Matthias. He's working for a major oil firm, oil company. All it takes was come down to the altar and let me offer the sacrifice that was made 2019 years ago. And that was all it takes. Boom. 1 week later, job is there. So if there is, if anybody want to discourage me from what I'm doing, I will tell the person that that person is a joke, because what I'm doing is working. I'm seeing the result. I'm seeing the result. I have young girls who are abandoned by their parents. They were called mental, all of that. And they called me and said, I want you to be a father to me. Give to me jobs, education, what you've given to others. And today, they are making it big time. In fact, let me announce to you all, the girl from Canada, she's an African girl, the one that I'm like a father to. That girl was among the 4 or 5 people who had their sacrifice on the altar done the same day. The same day. Those 4 or 5 people, all of them got jobs. For her, since already she got a job through our intervention. Last week, I think I've told Mary about it. Last week, from nowhere, she was called by the new job that she's just a new person at the job. They call her, do you want to become the director of this job? And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm new here. They say, yep, we know you are new, but we want you to be the director. She's now the director of the job. Now tell me why I should not be enthusiastic about what I'm doing. A girl that just finished university, that was abandoned, nobody wanna deal with her, and I took her up. She's finished her baccalaureate. Immediately she finished, she called me. Bam! I prayed. I gave her the gift of prayer. I don't pray for people, I give them a gift of prayer. I give them a gift of intercepting, interrupting, and interpreting their lives for them, telling them, releasing them into their life. That's what I do. Please write that down for me. My job is to catch people and release them into their assignment, into their destiny. So it's not much. Preaching is very little. That's not what I do. The majority of my job is done from Monday to Saturdays. That's where the real job happens. People are calling me from Botswana. People are calling from Ireland. People are calling from England. And for those of you who are of the European descendants, these are not African people. 99.5% of those who belong to our mission are of the white race. If there is anything like white race, they are of European descendants. In today's program, I want to begin by telling you that we meet twice a week for public events, because we've tried different days, we've tried different times, and from the statistics we've compiled, Friday at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Time, is what is like a standard time that people want to meet. So we will always meet every Friday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And that is for Today is Your Day. That's when we do that show. So write it down so that you know exactly when we meet. So that's number one. Number two public event we hold is at 12 noon Central, 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern, every Sunday. Please, will you write this down and paste it somewhere so that you don't forget? I have given it some weeks to really make sure that if we tweak and put it back, allow things to be the way they are, we will not go back changing things anymore. I'm getting too old for that. Those are the two public events we have. And also, I want you to be aware that when you call the office phone line or you call the ministry mobile phone, the 316-512-6944, that's the mobile phone, the cell phone for the ministry. Or you call the 316-665-4400, the landline for the ministry. If you call any of those, the conversation is a private conversation. The only time that we have a public conversation is only on Friday and on Sunday. Sunday is when we have the resurrection and communion services. And Friday is when we have Today is Your Day show. Please, I want you to write those things down. And write down also the conference call numbers. They are out there for you. All right. For those of you who belong to the Billionaire Millionaire Club, the BMC, that's Billionaire Millionaire Clubs, you only meet once a week, and that is on Tuesdays, same time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And that is only for those who have been invited to the BMC. Now, if I find out that if I discover that you do not want to become a millionaire or a billionaire, you are just playing along, I will not hesitate to delete you from it without even telling you. And I will not appreciate you to ever be part of that organization anymore. It is for those, if I give you an order and I tell you this is the way you have to go about with your finances, this is the way you have to go about with your prayers, this is the way you have to go about the way you appear, the way you look, you have to listen. I'm serious, you have to listen. Many of you who are around me knows that I take neatness, fashion, beauty. I worship beauty. I take it very seriously because sometimes the way you appear will give you what your brain cannot give you. The passion, your drive will give you what your education cannot give you. I just want you to be aware of these things. So I take them very, very seriously. Your ability to eat right, your ability to eat the right food is something that is of utmost importance to me. Don't joke with your life. Life is not joking with you. Please write that down. Do not joke with your life because your life is not joking with you. Because life and your life, please make sure you put it that way. Don't joke with life. Don't joke with your life. Because life and your life, please make sure you put it exactly the way I say so. Do not joke with life and your life. Because life and your life are not joking with you. Life and your life, they are not joking with you. That's a powerful key. Now let's go to the program for today. Victoria, read us Matthew 6, verse 12.
Hallelujah. It says, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
And forgive us our debt as we forgive our debtors. Remind us of what we have discussed about this in private conversation. What was the topic of what we were discussing?
Well, the topic was, do we know why we practice forgiveness?
Do you know why in our religion we practice forgiveness? We are not like the Amish, that even if something is done against them, they go to offer forgiveness because that is how they perceive the gospel. Or we are not people who are desperate for reconciliation, because that makes us feel good, that makes us sons of God, because we are peacemakers. That's not really what drives us to why we practice forgiveness. That's not really the drive for it. So, Vicky, read to us some of the highlights that came out of the conversation I have with about 2 or 3 of you.
Okay. Well, like, we forgive in order to release oneself.
We forgive in order to release oneself. What do we mean by that? What do we mean by that?
For the other person.
Huh?
Well, it's not just for the other person, it's for your own self.
Okay. Okay. We forgive other people. In fact, before we go into it, how is forgiveness done? When people wrong us, Are we the one that should go to them to look for? Because when people wrong you, certain things has happened. Something is dislocated, something is ruptured, something is broken, something is destroyed, something is stolen, something is broken. Especially if someone wronged you. So the question is, who should make? And so here, reconciliation is needed, healing is needed, restoration is needed, replacement is needed, creation is needed, or rearrangement or arrangement of things is all needed. So who need to make the first move? Balance is needed. Who need to make the first move when somebody wronged you? Should it be you? Or should it be the person? And even if the other person want to make peace with you, how do you accept it? How do you go for it? What should be the location, the geography? What I mean by that is, how should it look like? How should the atmosphere look like when such a thing is to be given or to be received? So these are questions that you need to ask yourself. We call them questions of focus. Questions of focus. Write them down. Which means these are very important questions for you to focus on. Because we have been taught about forgiveness in a form that creates intimidation, fear, and cheapness. We are not cheap people. We were not born again to become cheap. That's why politicians have no respect, no honor for priests and for pastors and for bishops and popes. They have no respect for them. Why? Because they are cheap. If anyone can buy you, then you are cheap. That's why we are having problems in America today, because America has been sold a long time ago. It's a sold country. And I have been saying this long before Trump came into power, that some people have sold the country. And Trump is simply showing you guys how it was done. And let me tell all of you here so that you know. If Trump was a Democrat, Republicans would have removed him from office a long time ago. I'm just being fair to you. It's because Democrats are idiots. They are dumb dogs. They are dumb dogs that cannot bite. Tell them that I said so. Anybody who is strong enough, let them come after me. Democrats are dumb dogs. They just bark. They cannot bite. And go to the Bible, you will hear God calling people cows. He called them, you cows of Bashan. He also called them dumb dogs. It's there in the Bible. God cursed people with those words, so they are not from me. Go to your Bible and check it out. God called some people cows of Bashan. He called them dumb dogs. So in case you think that I'm arrogant, I'm aggressive, go and find how Jesus dealt with evil people before you continue on your journey to mercy, unnecessary mercy, and unnecessary quest for forgiveness that doesn't do nobody no good. America was sold a long time ago for whoever can pay for it. Everything about America has a signboard that says for sale. So the nation as an entity was sold, not the people. Not the people. so that you understand that I know what I'm saying. Not the American people, but America as an entity, as a governmental structure, was already sold a long time ago. And you are now seeing what has been the cancer inside has busted out. And that's what you are seeing. All this impeachment thing is lies and manipulation. That's why I don't think that people like Joe Biden should be running for president, or even Elizabeth Warren, because they don't have the gift of propaganda. Propaganda is a gift. It's a devilish gift. And if you are going to be a politician, you need it. I have it. When I was young in ministry, I didn't know about it. As I grew, those who groomed me told me. They groomed me into it. So if you are going to be a good businessman or woman and a good politician, you are going to have the gift of propaganda machine. If you don't have it, you're going to fail. You can have all the strength and all the money, but somebody with a smart propaganda machine will defeat you. Because all they need to do is tell one lie, and that destroys you. So you must have the gift of propaganda. Number two, you must have the gift of a fight. You must have a fight inside you. If you cannot bring a fight to any situation, then people will just trample you with their feet. That's why if you see any human being who is tough, strong, who can bully back, Trump does not go after them. Republicans, Democrats, all these people, they don't go after people who are tough and strong. Like myself, they don't. They go after people like Obama and Hillary, and people like John McCain, and people like Joe Biden. Those are people they go after. They don't go after the tough ones. They don't. Because they know you are going to fight back. For example, if I'm sitting, nobody who knows me, who do not know that I cannot sit down and you are asking me questions about what I did in Ukraine or what I did in Russia without me throwing back questions at you and foul-mouthing you. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm not going to sit down there and just wait for you to hit me. Because all these people that they are trying to interview, I call it interview, they are trying to deposition, whether open or secret, they are trying to do it. Are ordinary. These are not politicians. These are deer. These are deer being given to hyenas. Politicians are hyenas. These are ordinary public servants who don't know anything about politics, who just want to be left alone to do their job. And then, like I said many years back, Republican brought a dragon, crazy for ambition, crazy for money, hungry for power. You brought a dragon to dinner. That's the price they have to pay. I said it many years ago. Trump became president. I'm not a Democrat. So don't even start to say, oh, he's black, he's Democrat. Don't even go there. I can never be a Democrat in any country. I'm too aggressive for them. I'm not polished like they are. Because one mistake, I'll curse you out. And I'll put you in your place. So I don't have time for the nonsense that they are doing in Washington, D.C. And I can assure you, I'm going to D.C. to pour blood. I'm saying it on public television. I'm going to D.C. to pour blood. Because 2020, the year 2020 is not just a figure. It's not just a symbol. The meaning of it is too big. I'm going to New York to pour blood. The major cities of America, I'm going there to pour blood. What I mean is, I'm not going there to kill anybody. I'm not going there to plant a bomb. I am a supernatural guru. I'm going to do things that other supernatural figures have never done. They came to America to come and eat and make money. And they are not interested in the American government. They are not interested in the American people. It's what everyone can take from America. Shame on them. And those who were born here, who are pastors and prophets, whatever they are, they'll be punished severely because they've let heaven down. They've not done what the Hindus, the leaders of the Hindu religion, have done, or those who lead the Buddhist religion have done. They've not. They're interested in preaching and teaching rubbish that doesn't give anybody anything. And you think that I'll have respect for you because you have a small church, a medium-sized church, or a mega church? Or you've written some books? That's trash for me because you've not done any good to any human being. You've not put a dime in anybody's bank account. And this country has no future until more people like me are going to arise. And we are going to carry the Holy Communion as a blood sacrifice to the major cities of America. And I'm going to do that before 2020 comes, because 2020 is the year of master drama. It's the year of drama. You've never seen the drama that you are going to see, not just in America, but around the world. Because I want to make sure that certain people and certain families do, since they do not want others to be in this country or in other countries of the world, they are not going to be. Starting from Africa, where I was born, we are going to deal with people. Because I'm not just living this earth as an ordinary person. No way. I did not come as human. I came as spirit. So we have to deal with things spirit to spirit. It's very annoying when you see the way adults behave. It's like kids. They already know the truth. They are trying to patch it in order to appear to be polished, in order so that in the future it will not be said that they did this, they did that, they said this. You see how adults look so stupid on television that is unreal. Like they don't really know what has been going on. Why is it that? Let me finish this. See, there are certain things that are very emotional for some people. One of it is your political inclination, religious inclination, racial inclination, family ties or blood ties. Those are very emotional topics. I am not afraid of going into any of those places with anybody on earth. Bring it on. Bring it on. I can't wait to see when Republicans will stop being buffaloes. I cannot wait to see when they change from that. And I cannot wait to see when Democrats stop being dumb dogs. I can't wait. Because,
Bishop,
yes,
that term, dumb dog, has been used in Isaiah 56, verse 10.
there you go. Isaiah 56, verse 10. Go and look at it. Go and also look at cows of Bashan. It's all there in the Bible. So that you don't think that, oh, this guy is angry. I'm not angry. I was warned a long time ago not to practice the life of anger. I'm simply telling you how things are so that you are well educated, you are intelligent. Because we live in a world where people want you to live your intelligence in kindergarten. Just follow. Just follow. Don't think for yourself anymore. The world did that and they followed Hitler. And 70 million people perished for no reason but for one man's blind ambition. Look at Zimbabwe today. One man's blind ambition called Robert Mugabe. Few months ago, I told you guys how that man must leave government. He left. And I said I wasn't satisfied. He has to go 6 feet down. And he should be buried in a disgraceful burial. There was no leader of any nation that came to his burial. And he was buried in his village. Same man that everybody were afraid of. The very week that I got angry at that man, that was the end of it. Now Zimbabwe is starting from all over. They're starting from the scratch because of one man's blind ambition. And this question comes back. Why do we need to practice forgiveness? Number one, we said to release ourselves. Because let me begin by sharing this with you. The reason why evil happens to us, to human beings, the reason why the forces of wickedness are interested in human beings in order to make them cry, make bad things happen on the earth, is one reason. So maybe we should summarize what we've been saying today with this. People hate you. People do bad things to you for one good, solid reason. It's to make you lose focus. It is to make you lose passion, lose your health, lose a sense of direction, lose your destiny, lose your assignment, lose your family, lose your money. Because if you are not focused, you can lose your job. Because if you don't have a sense of peace inside you, because of all the problem that you are going through, you won't even be able to function in your job. When people call your job phone, you'll be quarreling with people over the phone. And when you lose a sense of focus, you've lost everything. You can't perform in life. Many of you who thought that marriage was the greatest thing that God put together on earth, you've learned a hard way. The same man, the same woman was living in the house, you felt like him dropping dead. I'm saying it the way it is. You felt like he or she should not be coming to that house. Because when you hear the sound of their car, their footstep, your heart goes racing, palpitating. And for years, you went through this craziness until you learn better that you have to leave or make them leave. I told a lady from Barbados, I said, I'm going to make that man leave. How is it that a man has a job, and you, the woman, you are paying for this big, huge house, and he's coming there to come and sleep in that house? He's not giving you any money to take care of his two girls. Nothing. You're paying for everything. I told her, since that is the case, I'm going to tell the state of Connecticut to give you that big old house. I have the text message on my cell phone that came through 3 days ago. She got the house. The paperwork from the court, I have it. I have it on my email that they have sent to the man for him to know that that house has been awarded to the woman.
Amen.
And that he has to go. I mean, you have 3, 4 other women. You have a woman who is a witch. You have a woman who is an occultist. You have a woman who is a nurse. You have a woman who is a whatever. So why not stay with all those women? And you still want to come and stay with this woman from Barbados and destroy her. And I'm like, how did I do it? I won't tell any of you. I asked the woman to send me something from the man. Not from her. Send it to me. And she put it in email and sent it to me. And I did what I did. And I told her, put in the court case. She did. And they did. And she got what she wanted. And the poor man doesn't know what he's messing with. He deserves it. Because this woman can focus. Because of one idiot that came and gave her 2 kids and then turn around and destroy her life. And then she's turned around to prophets, pastors, ministers of God, not working. And I say, I'm happy that you are a Seventh-day Adventist, but that's not going to help you. This is the way we have to go about it. And now it has happened. I've told her to call the people that knows who deal with Mercedes-Benz, change the key, change the locks in the house. Go somewhere else, man. Because some people, unless they see punishment, they don't think twice. They think it's a game. We practice forgiveness in order to release ourselves from the grip and grab of evil people. Because the first thing they want to deal with, they want you to be thinking about them. Even after they've left you, you'll be hearing that song by Snoop Dogg. Even though you are with him, you are thinking about me, me, me. They want you to be thinking about them. They created evil for you, made you cry, so that throughout your lifetime, their face, their voice, their action is the main drive, the main passion that is driving you. They will replace every good thing in your life with their face, their voice, and their actions. All the bad things they said to you become the voice you hear. Their ugly faces. Monkey got a problem. That's the face you'll be seeing in your dream. The action they undertook against you will be the sole thing you'll be remembering. And the reason why you let people go. I don't use the word forgiveness. I don't use the word reconciliation. I use the word letting people go. Because when I let people go, they are gone. When you let them go, let them be gone. There are 7-point-something billion human beings on the earth. So don't think that when one person leaves you, that's the end of it. Who are coming to buy your product? If it's just that one woman or one man, you let people go even without telling them. You don't need to go and tell. This is the way I practice forgiveness. I don't call it forgiveness. I don't call it reconciliation. Those are too high terms for me. Mine is letting them go. You let them go in your mind. You talk to yourself. I have decided today to let so and so person go. their face, their voice, and the action they performed against me, I am willing to let it die. I'm willing to let it go. And that is the end of it. In the name of Jesus, I plead the blood of Jesus against their ugly monkey face, against their ugly monkey butt, against their ugly monkey voice, against their ugly monkey actions. And monkeys are better than they. Anyway, you hear The Rock when he talks. He said, get your monkey butt down here. Let me beat it. Let me kick it. I like The Rock. The Rock is cooking. Yep. Yep. So don't allow somebody to force their face, their voice, their imagination, their action into your life. And another thing there was a word. That is how you guys know that everything that I'm saying to you is tattooed inside me. It's recorded. There's nothing I'm doing on earth that was not recorded in the library we am connected to. It is tattooed. You see, their face, their voice, their action is tattooed into your mind. And your mind is the center of the Trinity that you are. Remember that you are a Trinity. God created you in his image and likeness, means God created you also to be a Trinity, like he exists as Father, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost. You exist as primarily spirit, mind, body. Shay! And where the center of activity in your life is your mind. That's why even if you are not doing anything, your mind is in action. It's traveling, wandering. And people who wrong you, they want to control your mind. That is why I don't like politicians, because they think that people are stupid. They'll be looking at you and they'll be telling you a lie, although you know that it's a lie. Because they believe that if they can repeat the same lie over and over and over, very soon, majority of people will believe it. God punish each and every one of them for them to think that society is stupid and trying to practice social psychology, social negative, aggressive psychology on ordinary people who are not interested in who is in charge of government or not. They just want to be left alone. That's why I don't like Elizabeth Warren, because she talks about taking the wealth of the rich and distributing it to the poor. I don't buy such. Why? Because I've seen my future, that I'm going to be wealthy and I'm working hard for it, and I'm not going to take my wealth and give to the poor who didn't work for it. So let her change that particular aspect. Then I'll like her. You mean that Mary will work hard all these years and become a billionaire, and a politician will come up and say, well, you guys are not paying enough taxes. We are going to take so and so billions and give it back to government and give it back. Who cares about government? I don't. I'm an American. We don't like government. Okay? So let's face it. We Americans don't like government. We don't like Democrat. We don't like Republican. We don't like none of them. We love us. We don't trust them. We don't believe in any of them. People want you to believe that when they get into power, they are going to help you. They are going to fight for you. How many Democrat government has fought for you? How many Republican government has fought for you? None. Government is like ancient Rome. And before you became a Caesar or an emperor, you will always be told Rome is like a prostitute. Don't try to marry her. Use her and let her go. Let somebody else come. You try to, you'll be murdered. And every Caesar, every emperor that tried to marry Rome in ancient time was assassinated. And Democrat and Republican do not want to learn that lesson. That America is like a pretty girl that doesn't want to get married, and you should never force it into the bedroom, because rape is a very high crime, and I don't take it. I don't take it as something. Oh my gosh, it's a punishable. High punishment goes with rape or molesting children. Come on, or beating women or abusing them, whether mind, body, or spirit. I will come after you wherever you are, because I made a vow of those that I'm going to protect long before I was ordained into the priesthood. I made a vow. Those who sent me, made me took a vow of those that I have to protect. You see, some people want to tattoo, some families, some government, some idiot out there want to tattoo his or her name on your mind, in your mind. Their name, their action, their voice, their ugly monkey face in your mind. They want to tattoo it in you so that you carry their scar forever. Let me tell you, I will never allow any of my partner to carry the scar of any idiot in their lives. Jesus didn't allow it. And how did Jesus deal with it? He could tolerate it for so long, he started cursing out the Pharisees and the Sadducees. That's how he dealt with it. And that was not enough. He went into the temple and beat them and chased them out. The word there is chase them. Those who didn't want to leave, he beat them. Love it. If you don't want to hear it, at least feel it. That's what Jesus did. Yep.
Amen.
Do not allow somebody else's face, voice, action to be what your primary focus is throughout your lifetime. Another thing that we have in our marriage school curriculum is this: never give something some years for someone to prove that they are who they say they are. I know today of people who were so happy about who I am, my ministry. Immediately I started to get richer. I became better at what I'm doing. The power of God began to show up. They became so envious and jealous, they went back. Many of them don't watch my broadcast today. Why? Because I'm no longer at their level. They want, you see, there are people who have tattooed their face, their voice, their action in you so that you remain the same place with them and not go anywhere. But when once you want to move up, oh my gosh, and when once you move up, they don't like you anymore. Not really that you've done them any wrong, it's because you have grown above them. And that's what happened to many of your marriages. You've outgrown the man or outgrown the woman in every area. It's no longer equal. So problem starts. Don't allow any human being to become your alpha and Omega. Please write that down as a powerful key. Do not allow any human being to become your Alpha and Omega. Don't allow it. Are you guys getting what I'm saying?
Omega. Yes.
Yeah. Don't allow anybody to tattoo their name, their voice, and their monkey face on you. Don't allow it. A man called me the other day. He said he has one regret. I said, what's the regret? He said he has made 3 big mistakes. First was a woman he married. He tattooed the woman's name. He tattooed the woman's name. Listen. He tattooed the woman's name somewhere on his body. And that marriage collapsed. He doesn't know how to get rid of it. Then he got involved with another one, got married to her. That one, seeing the tattoo of the other woman, encouraged him to put 2 of her. You know? So he ended up putting one of the tattoos somewhere down somewhere, and then another tattoo on his left hand side, the left hand. He put another tattoo of him on the left hand where he wears the ring. All right, just on top like here. And after some time, that marriage collapsed. Then he went to the number 3. What do you think the number 3 woman asked him to do? Put my tattoo everywhere. I need it everywhere. I want my picture to speak louder than words over those 2 monkeys you have out on there. I don't want them there. You know, those suckers, their picture need to go. My picture. In fact, she makes sure that where the picture of the other women are, her picture was directly by that. And what happened after he did all of that? He now has the tattoo pictures of 3 women, and none of them were with him.
That's bad.
That is bad.
That's so bad.
And do you know where the war started? The number 2 woman saw the tattoo of the number 1 woman in the man's behind, and she didn't like it because she's saying, why are you using some other woman's butt on me? Because that's how it seems like for her. Because the tattoo of the first woman is on the right side of that man's something, of that man's behind. So whenever they are taking a bath together and the man turn around, he's looking at the face of this woman, and she's just so angry at it. So he ended up having 3 pictures of the 3 women tattooed on his body, and none of them had his on their body. That's how smart those women were. They tattooed themselves on him, and he tried to tell them that he will pay for them to tattoo. They say, no, forget about it. No, you are not tattooing nothing on anywhere. No tattoo. Yup. So not even on the leg. One of the women he got married to was a Jamaican, and the woman goes, you know how Jamaican people speak. You want to tattoo your picture on my leg, on my beautiful leg? Yeah. In order, you know, they are already suspicious. In order for you to chain me down to you, if tomorrow you become a bad person, you've chained me down to you forever. I'm not going to accept it. Forget about it. Thank you for the offer. Ah. What you were sent here on earth to do is focus. And the greatest thing the powers of darkness and human beings want to do to you is to block your focus so that you cannot create a product, you cannot have a service that brings you money. That's what they are trying to do. From the word go, you were to be stopped. And through anything, they will do anything in order for them to be the chief voice, the chief action, the chief face that you see, you dream, that is opposing you, even after they are long gone. They have also, not just that they left those three things in you, they also left their personal imagination deep inside you. And you keep hearing their voices. Sometimes you see people and it reminds you of them. Tonight, God want to deal with those things. Every tattoo that somebody has made, visibly or invisibly in your life, is going to go. Every action, every voice is going to go. Why? Because you have money to pursue. You have wealth to accumulate. So you don't have any time for those people. Because you see, long after people have left your life, they want you to continue to think about them, to dream about them. And that's why they can sense it. And that's why they always try to come back, because they knew that their pictures have not yet been destroyed. They know that they are tattooed to you. They even came to you and said, give me a divorce, and you refused. So they know. And that is why some men will leave a woman for how many years, and they will come back to come and have sex with that woman. Think about that. You see some men, when they left you, got married to another woman, and they will always want to come back to come and have sex with you, or to start telling you the problem they are having with a new woman. Or if it's a woman, vice versa, to come and tell you the problem that she's having with a new man. Seriously. Because that person never really left your life. What the person's face is the signature face of your life. The person's voice is the signature voice of your life. The action that person did is the signature actions in your life. And you don't know that you are just repeating what has been slotted into you in audio or video form. So I want to ask you a question today. Who is controlling your mind? Who is controlling your mind? Who is in charge of your mind? Whose tattoo is speaking in you? Many a time people don't want to leave. They want to stay in the same house and be troubling you for years, whereas they should have left. Because they watched you for years before they made a move. They know that you are the type that they can control. You are the type they can lead astray. You are the type that they can scare. You are the type that they can attack. You are the type that they can slap. You are the type that they can give a slam, a smackdown. That's what they think about you. They are the type that they can manipulate, cheat, lie to, cheat. So that's why they got involved with you. That's why they married you. That's why they gave you babies. You are the type that really won't mind if they don't give you no child support. And they were right. But when you meet me, those things are going to change. when you become a partner of our mission, those mentality gonna be raised from you, so that you start thinking right. Because somebody has put madness in you, and you don't know that you are a little bit crazy, a little bit mad by thinking the way you are thinking. Ha ha ha! I am a madman, a mad woman, cure master. And many men and women will make sure when they get involved in your life, they want to make sure that they put problem between you and your family members, between you and your friends, between you and everybody who they suspect will give you advice. They will tell you, I don't like that person. That pastor, I suspect. You see, from Africa, you say, yes, I suspect that guy is a witch. In order to make you not to focus. That's it. They don't want somebody to come and open your eyes so that you can see. Open your ears so that you can hear. But thank God, you now have your freedom. In today is your day. In today is your day. No human being will be tolerated nor allowed to control your mind anymore, or to control your religious life, your spirit, or your body. You have to be in charge of things. I want you to begin to pray and say to God, if peradventure anyone's mind is attached to my mind, please listen. Is someone else's mind running in you? Please, Mary, write that down for me. And Victoria, is somebody else's mind running in me or in you? Maybe that should be the title of this. Or we should give another title. Which mind, or whose mind, use the word whose mind is running in your life? So I want you to begin to pray and say to God, if I am a target of somebody, if somebody else's mind is what is running in my mind, I stand here and now as a member of the household of God, as an owner of this earth, and I command such a mind to depart from me and not to stay. I do not agree. If I have signed any signature without knowing, I now unsign it. I stop it. I refuse anybody from controlling my mind from this day for evil. Begin to pray. This is not a joke.
Lord, if some other person's mind is running in me, I destroy it. I remove it. Now, I am your child, and no other mind can be running in my mind.
And the second prayer is if somebody else face, somebody else voice is what is running in you, somebody else action is what is running in you, I destroy them today, because that's how it's supposed to be.
If someone else's faith, if someone else's mind or their voice is speaking in me, is running in me, I destroy it now. Any tattoos, I remove them. Nothing any memory cannot be reminded in me ever again. It has to be removed. I release. I let go. Decapacitate that person from my life, Father God, from my mind, from my emotions. Amen.
Are you aware that someone can physically, please listen to me. Do you know that one person can release his or her mind and put it out into a whole nation and will start controlling everybody in that nation?
Wow.
Are you aware of that? One person can control a whole nation with millions or billions of people. One person with a very savvy mind. That's why one person can release a song and that song will affect everybody. One artwork and that's what we call the power of influence of a mind. And there are some people with very demonic mind. And they would, and when you see the person coming home, you'll be shaking with fear. You can't talk on the phone because the person is there. You can't talk to your mom. You can't talk to your siblings because the person is there. You can't have your own private email or phone conversation. They want to know everything you are doing. And it's worse with countries where you have people who have evil ambition. They will not just take over people's mind, they will begin to assassinate people who don't agree with them. And that is why it takes one priest, one bishop, one pope, one cardinal, one archbishop, one prophet, one apostle, one evangelist, one pastor to impose an evil mindset on a congregation or on a nation. And you cannot even keep a dime. It will go to that church. You can't keep anything for yourself. You can't even see yourself as broke. Yep. One person can impose his mind into your mind. Are you aware that one person can release part of his or her mind and push it into everybody else, impose it, insert it permanently in people? Seriously. And no matter what wrong that person does, people will even be against you who is on the side of the right. They'll ask you why everybody is going to say, what's wrong with you? Because one person's mind is controlling everybody. That's how Hitler was able to control Germany and Japan and other countries who were with him. Without not questioning. Whatever he says, they want to go and do it. Assassinate this person, they go. And nobody want to say, we shouldn't do this. It's not fair. This is not right. Please think about what I'm saying. I know of parents who will release their mind and put it on a daughter. And they will, when they release that mind, they will say, you can never get married. All the money you're going to make, come back to us. That's how it is. If they ever release you into a marriage, it means that they've already released themselves into the man or the woman in your life. So both of you become a slave to them. And when I say they take over your mind, not just your mind, they take over your imagination. You need to know this for a fact. This is an easy sort of mind practice. Please write it down. Mind practice. Mary, remind me of this. Mind practice. Victoria, remind me of this. Mind practice is one of the easiest and cheapest way to control people without them knowing it. Because you don't come to say anything to them. You might just say something once and you get it in, and it's in. And sometimes in some cultures, they come and cook for you. Or they give you something and you accept it. And that's it. It's on. Yep, it's on. Yep, it's on. Haha. Or something bad happens through it, they enter and they begin to take charge. Are you aware that many a time people want, for example, lawyers enjoy you being in a position of vulnerability for them to hit you with a charge because you're desperate. That's why I teach my clients and I teach my partners never to seem desperate before a doctor, a medical doctor, a pharmacist, a lawyer, or a police officer. Never. Don't ever show them that you're desperate for anything. Don't. Because they will hit you with charges because you're desperate. You have to be strong-minded. You don't need to be cheap. There are people whose living, they make money out of being in control of other people's mind. Let me also share with you, a lot of businesses are like that. A lot of businesses have learned how to manipulate the mind of society. Let me give you some example here. This is mainly for those of you who are in BMC. But let me just throw some things that are for you, for the public. Let me share some things you need to be aware of. Are you aware that 99.5% of millionaires and billionaires do not live in millionaire houses? Are you aware of that? Oh, that particular area of town, they have multi-million-dollar houses. Are you aware that 99.5% of everyone who live in the area of town, which is reserved for millionaires, are not millionaires? They are struggling people who are trying to imitate millionaires. If you ask them for cash money, they don't have. Do you know that the rich knows how to control the mind of the middle class and of the poor? The watches, if you look at 99.5% of all millionaires and billionaires, they wear a $10 or $15 watch from Walmart. And they come to make you to go and buy a Rolex. Haha. They wear cheap perfumes that smells good. But they make perfumes that cost $1,000 for you to buy and give them that money. Think about that. Every jet that millionaires and billionaires buy, except they are buying it for their companies, are second hand. Every house is not a brand new house. Everything is a makeover. They wait until a suit is on discount, then they sneak in and buy them. They drink cheap vodkas. Many of you, I'm coming to you to personally give you a book to read. It's a book that I'm reading that you need to read it. Statistics compiled from Harvard University. Some of them long before you and I we were born. It has been observed by statistics that 19.5% of every multi-millionaire live in a house that is under $200, 200,000 or 300,000. Every multi-millionaire. And they themselves will go and borrow money from a bank and put together a house that is $1 million and make you to go and live in it and pay them that money. Smart. Versace do not wear Versace outfit. Neither those who make $1,000 shoes, they don't wear it themselves. But they make you to go and buy all those costly Louis Vuitton. And Louis Vuitton family don't wear Louis Vuitton. Is it surprising to you that you're hearing this tonight? I have the statistics. I have the books. 99.5% of every billionaire and multi-millionaire drive one type of car. And what is the name of that car? Can any of you name it?
Honda?
Is one of them, but there is one that all of them stick to. And they die with it. Which one?
Ford.
No. Huh? Toyota. Thank you, my dear girl. You're a good girl. 99.5% of every billionaire, millionaire drive a Toyota. Where is Nancy? Nancy, are you there, my girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm going to put the book in your hand, Nancy, okay?
Yes.
I know that Nancy is going to love me forever. She won't even allow any of you to come near me because that's her language that I'm speaking tonight. I'm serious. Because those who really have accumulated wealth, they don't even show it. They don't even show it. They don't brag about it. Can I tell you the two poorest people, the two poorest people who are professionals, the two poorest profession in the world today? Do you know what they are? Because we all think, these people, they wear fancy suits, they drive Mercedes, Jaguar, Rolls Royce. Wow, I want my son to be this, I want my daughter to be that. And you don't know you're making the biggest mistake, because when they're retired, they're as poor as anybody. You don't even see them anymore. They disappear from society. Do you know what profession those are? Lawyers and huh?
I'm saying a doctor.
Doctors. Medical doctors and lawyers are the two professions that never accumulate any wealth. They don't accumulate any wealth. The statistic from Harvard University is big. They don't accumulate no wealth at all. They live big. They drive big cars, dress nicely, separate themselves from normal business. Except those of them who somebody come and put something inside their ugly skull, then they learn.
Well, I saw a money
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. You look at the little boy and girl who is a sports star, wrote a famous book, sang a great song. They become millionaires overnight. And those doctors and lawyers never. But they make us feel like this is a great profession. You must become a doctor, a lawyer. You must work in the oil company. You must be a great banker for you to make money, for you to be wealthy and rich. Whereas that's no longer the case. Somebody started Uber, became wealthy. Do you know that Las Vegas will not allow Uber to come into Las Vegas? I'm telling you, the taxi cab company paid big money to stop Uber from coming into Las Vegas. So that the taxi cab company, they've been eating big from the casinos. They are bringing people from Greyhound. They are bringing people from the airport into the casinos, driving all these vacation people, tourists into the strip, into different places where they are to go for entertainment and to eat. The taxi cab company have been making so much money that most of it's like 70% of the Ethiopians in DC, they all moved to Vegas to come and drive taxis there. What happened? What did Uber did? Uber went and took a large amount of millions and went and gave to Las Vegas. And money talks. Cows, elephant, and rhinoceros, they dance. Uber took big taxi cab company, gave them some couple of thousands. Shut those crazy Uber people. We don't need them here. We don't know who they are. Everybody's gonna put their car on the road to drive taxi. No way. And Uber went and took some big millions and gave to Vegas. Vegas were so happy to see such money. They opened the door for Uber, and the taxi cab company said, bloody hell, what is this? And they are like, well, they have to come in, man. They are everywhere now. They've received their millions. Now Uber is everywhere. And the taxi cab company don't like it. How much education did those who started Uber have? Or Bill Gates? Or Steve Jobs of Apple and his colleagues? Or this idiot that is running Facebook? I mean, I have so much great respect for Elon Musk with Tesla. How much education has all those people? None. Many of them, little or nothing. They are self-accelerated education. They learn as they go on. Whatever they don't understand, they go to YouTube and find it, or go to internet and find it, and then put it together. It works for them. Don't think that until you are in all this big profession, then the money comes. How much education and tutorial classes did David has to attend to become a king? Or Saul, the first king of Israel? Or Samuel as a prophet? How much education did Moses have? Or training? The poor guy was telling God, I don't have what it takes to be a leader. And God said, I'm going to be the leader. You just be a physical representation. Go and look at the Bible. It will tell you. So there's something bigger than all this. We call it the blessing. And somebody want to replace your favor, your blessing, your talent, the angels of God ministering, being with you, your assignment, your destiny, your laughter, your smile. Somebody want to capture it and destroy it and put their ugly monkey face in your life. Their voice, their action, their willpower, their choices, they tattoo it into your life. And you have no focus, no direction. You can't do anything for yourself. Everything is for other people. Sure. Get it. No way. No way. No more. That's why people like Abigail, Nabal's mind was controlling Abigail until Abigail couldn't take it no more. She's like, no way. I can decide for myself what I want. I can choose the kind of man that I want. And she chose David. She was so angry about the husband, it's unreal. She couldn't wait for the husband to die. Let's say it. You see, what made Naomi and Ruth so special is that they did not allow the death of three men to become the face, the voice, and the action that control their life the rest of their lives. They overrode those things. With, they left town and went to a greener pasture. And the rest is history. Why do you want to allow your past to be the voice, the face, the action that is controlling your life? Because when those things are controlling you, they are controlling your mind. The Holy Ghost cannot do much with you. Jesus can't do much with you. The God the Father can't do much with you. It makes angels to go away. And you'll be useless for yourself, useless for everybody else, and useless for God. These are not sermons that I'm preaching to you. I'm giving you an assignment. I want to see a change in you. I want to see a change. Our winter um our winter conference is coming. So you are going to see a video towards that and how much it will cost for you to attend. I'm not waiting till 2020 to prepare you for next year. I want to do it right away. Because that is the year of drama. A major shift is going to happen. Let me explain to you. 2020 is like God is going to look at from the year 2000. 20 years has come and gone. And reckoning, that is, a lot of action and activities of the world is going to be taken into consideration to determine where the human race is going next. A lot of sweeping away will happen. So if some of you love this nation, please, can you tell Hillary Clinton not to come back? Can you please? Can you tell Trump not to contest any more election? To go out quietly, please? Because we are entering the year of drama. And the year of drama always takes some people in trauma. Because the year of drama is always the year of rearrangement. I am suspicious that next year is when I'll have to leave Wichita. I have a strong suspicion that that's going to happen. Because it's always happened during a peak year. There will be reassessment, reassignment, rearrangement, and the moving angels will also be affected. They will be moved around. If there was an angel that was here in America, that angel might be moved to a different nation, different continent, different territory. There will be a reshuffling in the year 2020. And a lot of people don't know this because everything is just the same. I was told not to do a whole lot this year, and I listened. Please listen carefully to what I'm telling you so that you don't think that this is the year that I made the most impact in the life of my partners and in my own life. And I was told not to do a whole lot because it will be of no use. Because everything is to begin again in the year of drama. So that's next year. So when December 31st and 1st January come and all the prophet and preachers, everybody's trying to prophesy to say what this year is, what that year is. Just turn the thing. Just turn those things off because you've already known the real thing. So if you go to go and listen to people give you prophecy, you're wasting your time. Many of the prophets are waiting for me to come up with a prophetic conference, which we are going to have in a week or two for next year. They are waiting because I'm always the first prophet to determine next year. When once it is released, the rest will start to prophesy. I was telling somebody about a lady in Salt Lake City, Utah. You guys don't even know me. She called me. She called me the bad boy. And why does she do that? Towards the end of December, she will call me and send me certain thousands and ask me to tell her how things are to be on their own side. Just listen to this. She's not a Christian. She's into something else. She will ask me to tell her how things will be in their own organization. And you know what she will do? Every year she has called me. Every year since I came to this country. She found me out. And she will pay me certain thousands. And I will tell her. And then she will go. The newspaper will come. The TV will come. The radio will come. And they will broadcast her prediction for next year. And it will be exactly as she said. And nobody knows that Idika Imeri is the one that is giving it to this white lady, who is supposed to be the witch of Utah. It's just fun. Just fun. I just thought that was fun because one day I was eating in a Mediterranean restaurant and she came to me and I said, "Who are you?" She said, "I feel an aura about you." You know, they know who is who. I feel an aura, a vibration about you, that you are more than what people think you are. Are you from Africa or somewhere in Europe? I say, yeah. She said, give me some prediction. Do a session for me. I said, do a session for you. I said, I'm not a magician. She said, come on, come on, come on. You have some energy around you. Do something for me. You see, Christmas is around the corner, and I need to do some prediction on how things will be for my state and for people generally in this side of the world and all of that. Just like that. Just play. She said, I'm gonna pay for your food. Don't worry about it. So I said, what do you do? She told me that she's into this, she's into witchcraft, she's into this. I was laughing. I said, you are aware that I'm in charge of you guys? She started smiling. She said, you are so bold as to say what I will not say. I said, yeah. I said, well, you guys are under what I do, you know. She said, well, we know our limitations. We know our strength. I said, okay. I said, okay, get a paper. Let me do something for you. But you see, when I am doing the Christian thing that I am the real thing I'm into, I don't do prediction. I tell you exactly what will happen. But since you want some predictions, this will not be prediction, but let's just assume that we are playing, that I'm giving you something that will work for you. She said, okay, let's go. So I was eating, shoveling I'm shoveling some food in my mouth, and I'm telling her some stories about next year. I'm just telling her some stories, and she's recording it and she's writing it just like that. So I gave her about 10 things that will happen next year in her city, in things that will happen to men generally, things that will happen to women, children, things of those nature. I said, is there any other area that you need things you need to know? She said, yes. What will happen to this? That I said, okay, this is what will happen. Just casually, nothing really serious. And do you know this woman went and put it in the newspaper of the States? And every one of what I told her, all of them happened. And I was just joking. So from that time, she would just call me and said, come on, talk to me about how next year will look like. Are you not supposed to be a witch that you're supposed to see? Are you not supposed to see through the tears of a child or through the tears of an adult or through the eyes of the dead? She said, yeah, I know, but what about if I cannot see into those things? Am I to recant that I'm not a witch? I said, I didn't say so. But at least you're supposed to go to another witch to tell you. Why do you have to come to me to learn these things? She said, well, some of us are born with certain things, and you are. I said, all right, let's play. That's what I said. Let's play. And there we go. Because there's things that anybody can pick from the library of the sky anywhere. Anybody who really is interested, you can pick it from the library of the sky because they pick things about you. They pick things about your kingdom. So why can't you pick all about their own? So that's just the way it is. Yep. For example, when I came into Wichita, it took me a few minutes when I stood by the river and I just looked and I know that any business that is established in Wichita, Kansas, or in Kansas as a whole, does not last more than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years to come crashing because of certain things that were spoken into the land. Somebody need to unspeak and reverse the curse of the native Indians. Many cities, many states in America carries the curse of the Indians, and there is no prayer from the church that can reverse it. The only thing that can reverse it is when people do the right thing. That's all. So you can fast and pray and plead the blood of Jesus. There are people who owns the land, and you have to go back to the source. That's how it is. That's why God many a times will not take some other person's city and give to you. You have to ask God to assign you a city. You have to ask him to assign you a life, a dream, a plan. So this is how it has been. I love Friday night. Thank you very much. Please let your family members know that we meet every Friday this time. Thank you so much. And let me make a request here. The thing that we want to do, we want to start at DC. If you are watching this program, listen carefully to what I'm about to say. If God touches you that you want to sponsor flight or hotel accommodation for me to be in DC, New York, Chicago, Miami, Vegas, Los Angeles, San Francisco, the major cities of the United States. I'm going into them. I am asked to do this before the end of December. It's a big task. I'm going to the major cities of America, including Philadelphia. Why? Because there are certain people that need to arise. They are rich people, they are wealthy people, they are also poor people, they are also middle class, from different races are to arise. We need new senators. We need Republicans who also has a little bit of Democrat policies or principles, and we need Republicans who have a little bit of Democrat principles. We need them to arise. They have not yet arisen. It's a big job. Let me tell you guys, I came to America to change America. Whether America like it or not, it's gonna be changed. It's not a slogan, it's reality. We don't want any more economic crash, housing crash, financial crash, political crash, religious crash. We are tired of all those crashes, and we are tired of fake promises. We want the real thing. We want the real thing. I always feel bad that John McCain died at the time he died. I would have loved to see him alive and run as president. But he's dead and gone. So we need new people to arise. We need certain churches, certain businesses to be torn down. And we need new ones to arise in their place. We need certain people to be gone from the face of the earth. I'm saying it publicly. I want certain people gone from the face of the earth. They have no right to be here, and they shouldn't be here. In different countries of the world, starting from Africa to the Caribbean to Western, Eastern Europe to the Middle East, a lot of people and their families have no business being here. I mean, if you don't want to live quietly with the rest of us, why do you want to be here? That's just the whole thing. So that's just the way it's gonna go. Either you wanna live quietly with the rest of us, or you leave the world in peace. Please. You go to Africa, it's completely shackled. The white people have done a lot for Africa. Europe has done a lot for Africa to make Africa stand, yet it cannot stand. Are you gonna blame the white man for it? No. There are governments that are gonna go down. And there are people that will go down with the cutting down of the big trees. Good night. I will see everybody on Sunday. Please make sure that you send your donation. If you want to send something towards this store of mine that is going to begin soon, please, when you go online or when you call, make sure that you say this is for the travel fund. And that is just it. Good night. And God bless you. Good night.
Everybody contribute.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye. Yeah.
That's supposed to be thinking.
You say what?
You're not supposed to be thinking.
Who is this?
That's my signature, Mr.
Zola?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Miss Zola. Oh, how are you, Miss Zola?
Miss Zola is fine.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Good to hear your voice. Good to see you. How are my nation doing? Good, 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 good. They are good kids. They are good kids. They are wonderful kids. They are so privileged to have a wonderful mom. You know, it's not easy for someone to have Zola as a mother. It's not easy. So if anyone have that privilege, thank God. Because Zola is like a star that comes once through the atmosphere. Yep. All right. Bye bye, Zola.
All right. Bye-bye. Good night.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.